Did you know your brain runs through as many as 6,000 thoughts every single day? While most people brush these thoughts away, letting them slip by like static, some people feel every single spark. Maybe that's you, the person who rewinds every conversation, who spots the tiniest detail, who can't resist mapping out 100 scenarios before making a move. If you've ever been called an overthinker, as if that's a flaw you're supposed to fix, get ready, because you won't believe what overthinkers can really do. If you're hungry for more power moves to level up your mind and life, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a single breakthrough. This is the Growth Mindset Project, the place where overthinkers transform, thrive, and dominate. Let's be real. Society tells overthinkers to switch their brains off, to just relax, as if that's even possible. But what if I told you that this so-called flaw is actually a hidden gift? Picture your mind as a Ferrari, engineered for speed, bursting with precision, capable of outmaneuvering any challenge. But if it's stuck behind slower traffic, all anyone sees is frustration, not horsepower. The truth? Overthinkers aren't broken. They just haven't learned to master their own lane. History is full of proof that the overthinker's power is nothing to scoff at. A visionary inventor could build entire engines in his head before touching a single screw. A genius artist and scientist never rested, sketching thousands of inventions the world wasn't ready for. Great leaders navigating world-shaking crises were often driven by relentless spirals of thought. Overthinkers aren't prisoners. They are visionaries who just need to learn how to drive the storm instead of getting caught in it. But let's not sugarcoat it. There's a dark side. Overthinkers' power can ruin opportunity. Remember the times you had the answer, the talent, the timing, but you hesitated, played out 100 what-ifs, and lost the moment? That's the trap. Overthinkers can see every angle, falling, failing, succeeding, and fumbling it later. It's like falling in slow motion, rewatching every frame, every possible disaster. No wonder the most brilliant overthinkers look successful, but often feel like prisoners of their own mind. Think of the business leader who can't sleep because they're pre-solving problems that haven't even happened, or the athlete frozen by imagined failure. But here's the twist. The very traits that gnaw at your peace can amplify your life to levels most people can't even imagine. That inventor's thunderstorm mind gave the world electricity, while a leader's brooding became fuel for empathy and resilience. For overthinkers, the same force that can burn down the house can, if mastered, cook the world's finest ideas. The difference isn't in avoiding overthinking, but in shaping it. Ordinary minds don't wrestle with these storms. They sleep easily because their engines never roar. Now, here's the real overthinker's power. It's an unfair strategic advantage hiding in plain sight. While others worry that overthinking kills speed, the truth is, it's a high-octane engine for preparation, anticipation, and vision. Overthinkers possess foresight. You don't just see the next 5 minutes, you map the next 5 years. That's how cautious leaders save countries, businesses forecast industries, and visionary entrepreneurs saw the evolution of retail before the world caught up. Then there's detail sensitivity. While most people skim through life, missing the tiniest cues, overthinkers are like human radar. They catch the mismatch in a smile, the small error in a contract, the missed heartbeat in a predictable routine. This is the overthinker's power. Seeing what others miss, which in intelligence, medicine, and business can mean the difference between disaster and triumph. But the most electrifying gift? Pattern recognition. Overthinkers replay scenarios not just out of worry, but out of a thirst to find the hidden connections, the pieces that make sense of chaos. A revolutionary thinker once paired science, math, and philosophy to see a universe hidden from his peers. When you stack foresight, detail sensitivity, and pattern recognition, you get something few have: unbeatable strategy. Overthinkers don't just react, they plan and execute while others are still catching up. But here's the warning: strategy means nothing without action. The world's best plans mean nothing if they stay locked in your brain. Overthinkers must learn to move, to turn those webs of possibility into real-world results. If you're still here, it means you're hungry to turn your restless mind into your ultimate asset. Go ahead, like this video, and tell me down below. What's the wildest benefit or struggle you faced as an overthinker? The pattern's clear. The overthinker's power only becomes magic when you act. Thought without action becomes poison. Learn to tie every insight, every detailed plan, every what if to a small, concrete step. Think of it like a mental workout. The more you pair thought with action, the leaner and stronger your mind becomes. Now let's dive deeper. Anxiety is often painted as the villain in the overthinker's story. You send a text and replay it 12 times. Or you finish a project and visualize every possible way it might unravel. The world says, relax. But for overthinkers, relaxation doesn't tame the mind. It just frustrates it. Here's the secret. Anxiety is pure, raw energy. Think of it as electricity. Left uncontrolled, you get zapped by your own nerves. But if you learn to wire it right, that same electricity can power entire cities. Top athletes and entrepreneurs don't run from this feeling, they channel it. A legendary basketball player didn't just stay calm before big games, he was wound tight, but focused that energy into razor-sharp performance. A world-class tennis champion still gets nervous before finals, but uses it to sharpen focus and hunger. A groundbreaking entrepreneur channels his anxieties into double-checking the details that make him unstoppable. Successful overthinkers don't relax, they redirect, turning nerves into preparation and fear into training. The ultimate overthinker's power manifests when you move from spiraling over what might go wrong to preparing so well that almost nothing can. Replay mistakes as lessons, not as failures. Imagine yourself so ready, so trained, that when the moment arrives, you've already danced through every scenario. That leads to something even rarer, a sense of belonging. Most people coast through life on autopilot, but overthinkers crave depth, community, and growth. A circle where your mind isn't a problem to medicate, but a sword to sharpen. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with people who understand the gift and the challenge of your mind. When overthinkers join forces, they don't burn out. They forge something unbreakable. Quick reminder, if you find your mind racing ahead, take action now. Hit that like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments how you've learned to weaponize your thoughts. Let's take a moment to spotlight history's top overthinkers, the ones who harnessed their mental storms and rewrote history. An artist-scientist's notebooks overflowed with inventions the world took centuries to understand. An inventor mapped entire electrical systems in his head before experimenting. A leader's restless mind gave him the grit to prepare a nation against unimaginable odds. Another leader's heavy, ruminating soul forged the patience and empathy that kept a people from fracturing. The pattern? These weren't carefree people. They were obsessed, often haunted, always thinking. The world didn't remember them for how calm they were. It remembered their results, built from mastery of their overthinker's power. So, how do you start mastering your mindstorm? First, drag your thoughts out of your head. Use journal, whiteboard, voice message. When you externalize the chaos, it loses its power over you. Next, sort and cut. Realize not every thought deserves your energy. Build rituals, daily practices like walks, workouts, or creative projects to give your thoughts direction. Redirect every what-if into a challenge. How can thorough preparation turn fear into your sharpest weapon? And above all, anchor everything to immediate action. Master the storm, and you stop being a prisoner of your racing mind. You become its commander. You transform sleeplessness into strategy, anxiety into preparation, pattern mapping into innovation. The only question is, will you let your power spin in circles, or will you turn it into straight-line achievement? If you're still awake at 2 a.m. thinking you're cursed, let this sink in. You are carrying a weapon most people wouldn't dare touch. Your overthinker's power is the edge that can carve a legendary life if you learn to steer it. The world doesn't punish overthinkers. It only punishes wasted potential. You already see what others can't. It's time to act. The world doesn't need fewer overthinkers. It needs overthinkers who are builders, leaders, creators. This is your invitation. Don't just think, do. Don't just overanalyze, out-execute. And if you want to unlock more of your superpowers, keep exploring. Watch our next video and tap that bell so the Growth Mindset Project is always in your corner, helping you weaponize your genius. Your mind is your engine. Let's blaze the trail only you can see.